Welcome back to the third lesson in this series, and here is Barnaby.
Okay, so Jimmy, we're going to look now at the second half of
Wonderful.
the Ùrlar. But first of all, we're going to get a drone going to really kind of tune our voices. Now this is TE Tuner, an app I've got on my mobile, and I went through all the different sounds, and I think the tenor sax is the best. So I'm setting a tenor sax to a B flat, and I have to hit sustain. So I press B flat, sustain. There we go. Nice deep B flat, competing with the aeroplane up there. And I'm going to put it at octave 1, and I'm going to add another one at octave 2. So we get nice kind of bass drone and tenor drone harmonics going on a B flat. And let's just warm up by doing some of these counter-off vowels. So, hen,
Hen,
ho,
ho,
ha,
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 ha, he,
he,
hen,
hen,
hen.
hen,
Just one note lower, Jimmy. Hen.
hen.
That's the one. Listening into that.
That's the low A. Hen.
Yeah. You can do this with headphones on, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Hen.
Hen.
Hem.
Hem.
Hen.
Hen.
Ha.
Ha.
He.
Hey.
Ha.
Ha.
Great. So each of these vowels are being absolutely consistent with the counter-off vowel here. So her is always my fifth. Her.
Ha.
He.
He.
Ha.
Ha.
He.
Hey.
Her.
Ha.
Hum. Right the way down. You got to sort of open out. Han. Ho. Ha.
Ha.
Han. Ùrlar bedru hiam bedrun bedri he hadrave ahihem badra hidiri he hiam bedrun bedri he re have ahiendro bedru.
Beautiful.
Okay, now we're going to get that into,
Yeah.
the memory.
Yeah.
They would have been very, very used to memorizing stuff because they didn't have paper. So creating things up back here was much more of a necessity 200, 300 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, for most of history. It's only recently we've become very paper dependent.
Yeah.
So, into the body, okay. I'll do this little bit by little bit. We're doing the third quarter. Ùrlar bedru, Ùrlar bedru,
Ùrlar bedru,
Ùrlar bedru,
Ùrlar bedru,
Ia bedru bidri, Ia bedru bidri.
Ia.
Ia bedru bidri.
Iam bedru bedri.
Yeah, we're up on that high G, which against the drone creates that seventh. Ia bedru bidri. Let's just try the bidri.
Bidri.
Bedru.
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 Ia.
Ia.
Lovely. Ia bedru.
Iam bedru.
Iam bedrum bidri.
Iam bedre bedri.
Great. So that is the whole of the third quarter. Let's just recap. I'll sing the whole of that third quarter. Ùrlar bedre o hiam bedrum bidri. I beg your pardon. It's the first half of the third quarter. Ùrlar bedre o hiam bedrum bidri. Once again. Ùrlar bedre o hiam bedrum bidri. Your turn.
Ùrlar bedre.
So start slower.
Ùrlar bedre.
O hiam bedrum bidri.
O hiam bedre bedri.
Excellent. Okay. Lovely. So I'll just play that on the practice chanter. And that is a tra, an ordinary throw on D. And really open out these fingers here. Okay, we're not rushing, cramping them. We're giving them the beauty, hearing every internal grace note. Once again. Always better to open them out when you're practicing and relax light fingers on the chanter, because as you know, when you're under pressure of nerves in performance, everything tightens, everything gets faster, the adrenaline kicks in, and it gets crushed. So we practice with it opened out. Ùrlar bedre o hiam bedrum bidri. So the first note is right down the bottom.
Ùrlar bedre. Hia? No.
O hia.
O hia. O hia bedre bedri.
Ùrlar bedre o hiam bedrum bidri.
Ùrlar bedre o hia bedre bedri.
So the connection is I'm cheating you here. So let's just figure out a strategy for getting these two phrases. And this is your singing. I mean, how do you find singing with the drum?
I'm concentrating so hard on getting the vowels right. So that's where my mind is at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to memorize them. It's as if the question of whether I'm in tune or not will come later. But
I wonder,
but if we can do them both together, that'd be good.
I mean, the speaker on my phone isn't great. You might, when you're practicing, you might want to stick some nice headphones in.
Will do.
And you can play around to get nice harmonics, because what you're listening to, just like when you're tuning the bass drum, tuning your tenors and your bass to your chanter, you're listening to those harmonics, the upper partials.
Yeah.
And the bassoon sound was quite good in this TE tuner app, but I decided that the tenor sax was my favourite. It just had some nice harmonics, sort of closest to bagpipe drones. So. Ùrlar bedre o.
Ùrlar bedre o.
Now it returns to where it started. So the pitch. Ùrlar bedre o.
Ùrlar bedre o.
Lovely. Ùrlar bedre o.
Ùrlar bedre o.
Lovely. And from that pick-up note, oh here, oh here.
Oh here.
So, let's listen. Oh here,
Oh here.
oh here.
Oh here.
Lovely.
Oh
Now,
here.
nobody would know that a few weeks ago, a few months ago, certainly a few years ago, you considered yourself, or other people considered you tone deaf.
Well, yes.
Congratulations, Jimmy, you've come a long way.
Thank you very much. It's lovely to be, doing this in public as well.
Right, well, I think this is important. Anybody who thinks they're tone deaf, then we all have that neural plasticity that allows us, it's really good for you, okay? If you think you can't do something, just question that thought.
Absolutely.
Be curious, and Jimmy has shown that you can, with determination and support,
Yes.
do the impossible.
Indeed. Yes.
So, Ùrlar bedreu.
Hihorodo. Bedreo.
Here. So we've got the connection here. Oh, here.
Oh here.
Lovely. And this here is a cadence, and I'm treating this as a French Baroque movement. I love this interaction, the international interaction, seeing pibroch
Wonderful.
not as a kind of isolated parochial Scottish thing. No, it's something that really is, it's kind of integrated with Europe, and it's cosmopolitan, heavens. I just love the story about Clanranald building his mansion with stone from France, architects, masons, and stone. I mean, importing stone from France. For goodness sake, this is in 1700.
And they did enjoy a lot of claret.
They did.
Claret was a big thing in as I understand it, in the society. So there you go. The
So-
echelons. Right.
This is a cadence that might be appuyé, lento, with kind of emotional, leaning, or it might be a cadence subite, a sudden sort of a cadence, or it might be a cadence jeté, a thrown away cadence. Lots of different sorts of cadences. That was a cadence appuyé, leaning into the note. Now there was less of a lean on that second one. Okay, it's the second bar. It's not so important. It doesn't need as much time as the first bar, so it's kind of got a little lean. You're not leaning so heavily.
Yeah.
Ùrlar bedreu, oh here, oh here.
Oh here. Oh here. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh here.
That's it. Oh here, bedreu, bidri.
Oh. Oh here. Bedre. Bedri.
Beautiful. Oh here, bedreu, bidri.
Oh
Right then.
Oh Bedre. Bedri.
It's just that first note.
That,
You need to just take a breath, calm yourself, and listen to the drone.
So we're just one notch above the drone, aren't we? Oh hiam.
Oh here.
Oh hiam.
That's it.
Bedre.
Oh here, bedreu, bidri.
Oh hiam. Bedre. Bedri.
Beautiful. So, just to consolidate that, it's really good when you get something right, not to plough on, sort of euphoric, but just to calm it. Oh, I got that right. Practice makes permanent. So go back and to hold on to that feeling, hold on to the connection with the drone, the physical feeling, and just enjoy. And as you repeat it, don't just repeat it mindlessly. Repeat it thinking about your posture, thinking how can I refine my musicianship? What am I, add something. add something that's good, that's wholesome. Particularly, you can think about your neck and your shoulders, your core.
Yeah.
How dignified are you? Okay, that nobility needs to come through your whole presence, your whole physical deportment into the music. There's a magnificence. This is royal music.
Yeah.
These chieftains were kings in their sphere. And so bring that royalty and dignity to your body and to you, the associations sort of flowing through you as you make music. Io tra bedre hia bedre bedri
Io tra bedre o hia bedre bedri.
I've got a tip. Our brains make mischief, and very often what happens is doubt comes in. There's a little door and it cracks open, and doubt kind of pushes it open. Now just, if you notice that crack there and doubt coming in, just notice it and say, hello, don't need you. And just kind of, be that king.
Yes.
Take that regal cloak. You're not the timid. You've got to put on that regal cloak. Io tra bedre hia bedre bedri.
Hio.
Let's just focus in on that. And hio. It's a little bit higher. A little bit higher.
Have I got that right? Hio tra bedre o hia bedre bedri.
It's coming. Don't worry, we're going to move on.
Yeah.
Okay, because what often happens is the brain just needs to reset and having a little time out, and you come back to it because this is growing. With all these things, it takes time. It takes time to build up that confidence. It's like layering, slowly laying it down.
Yeah.
And very often when something's not working, we human beings, we persevere, we're obstinate, we go at it and at it and at it, and it's actually the most unhelpful thing. So if things aren't going quite as well as you'd like, maybe just take a little break, switch, do something else, and come back to it just even a few moments later. When we're going to move on to the second half of that quarter. Is this the first F? Not quite, no, but F is a melting note. It's the note of love. Tommy Pearson had, I don't know where he got them from, but he published them in the Piping Times, these ideas, which the meaning of each note, and F was the note of love, okay? Yes. It works. Hey, tra, oh, sorry, it's not tra, it's not a throw. Hey, hadra, this special movement that's unique to this piece here, okay? Franz Bausmann thinks that wrote in his notes that he thinks it's a mistake, basically, an automatism. In other words, he didn't mean what he writes. And certainly Angus Mackay regularises it. I really don't think so. I think it's a beautiful movement, absolutely as written, and I think it's worth practicing. Now, it's unfamiliar. Okay, even your class winners might have a bit of palpitation. Oh heavens, there's a movement here that I've never done before. I think it's worth it. It's worth the investment of time and neural plasticity. Okay, it's very easy for us to narrow our field of view, and sometimes that's a good thing. It means you can develop a really high level of precision, but also it means you end up being an automaton, and that's not good. So this is waking us up to capture something that's just a little bit different. There we go. Hey, hadra. So it's just raising that middle finger. Now there's a similar movement, raising the E finger there. I suppose you could do that, but I would do what's written. Hey, hadrave. Hey, hadrave.
Hey, hadrave.
Yes. And there's no h on the adara. That would imply a G grace note. Hey, adara. So it's really smooth. Hey, adrave. And then when you go up, you can put in a little v there. Hey, adrave. Again, that means no grace note. So this is really legato. Hey, adrave.
Hey, hadrave.
Yeah. Hey, adrave. And that's a heavy cadence appuyé onto a low G. Hey, adrave. Aham. That was without a cadence. Hey, adrave. Aham. Ultra. Okay, maybe for learning it,
Yeah.
let's miss out that cadence, and that's a strategy.
Okay.
So that when we put it in later on down the line,
Okay.
it feels special. It feels like an emotional something.
Okay.
If you've always done it, then it's just normal.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to save up the quality of that emotional cadence for later on. Hey, adrave, aham. So that's a tumbling right down to the depths. Okay.
Hey, hadrave.
Beautiful. You got that pitch absolutely bang on. Hey, adrave, aham.
Hey, hadrave. Aham. Is it aham?
Hey, adrave. Back to the E.
Hey, hadrave.
Yeah. Aham.
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 Hey, adrave, aham.
Hey, hadrave. Aham.
I can't get over how beautiful this phrase is.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's wonderful. And that grace note, sticking to that grace note, works.
The beauty of this, I suppose, it's the tension between the F, the note of love, and the low G.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a real
Yeah.
anguish.
Down in the depths.
Yep.
And low G.
Hey, adrave, aham, badra. Hey, adrave, aham, badra. Yeah, we've got a badra there. It's not a bol tra. Tra would be an ordinary throw. It's not. And I'm really opening that out to not being a stress about it. Okay, it's an unusual movement. So while learning the piece, just keep it really open. When you first put this on the bagpipe, play so that you can hear every single note.
Yeah.
And you want to keep that spotlight, that kind of focus beam of your listening, in focus,
Yeah.
as at all times. Never lose it, even when it's rippling, rattling through.
Yes. Hey, I've forgotten. Hey,
This is the
hey, adrava hambo padre.
lovely.
Ba-ba.
Hambo badra,
Hambo padra.
hambo badra, hee-dee-dee. That's the sobbing up there. Yeah. Hambo badra, hee-dee-dee.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, you know this. We're coming back to familiar territory now. We're on the home run. Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. What I suggest actually now is that we kind of integrate this third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you get this third quarter in the bag, then really you've
Yes.
got over the
Yeah.
you got over the hump of
Yep.
learning this ground.
Yep.
So I'll sing the whole of the third quarter. Why don't you just sit back and let it wash over you?
Yep.
Io tra bedre o hiam bedre bedri he adra hiam bo badra hiri he hiam bedre bedri he re have So that was the whole of the second half. I'll now just do the third quarter.
That's fine.
Io tra bedre o hiam bedre bedri he adra aham bo badra. Oh. Once again on chanter. Bedre o hiam bedre bedri he adra hiam bo badra. Your turn.
Io adra. I've completely forgotten it. Io. Can you do me just a couple of bars? Just
Of course,
singing.
we'll do it a
This-
couple of bars at a time. Io tram bedre o hiam bedre bedri.
Io tra bedra. No.
Yes.
Yes. Io tra bedra. Oh hio.
Now remember, we return back to where we started.
Yeah.
Io tra bedre o
Io tra bedra.
hiam bedre.
Hiam.
So the second bar. Hiam bedre bedri.
Hiam.
Hia.
Hia.
He.
We're going down, aren't we? Hia.
But not so much.
No.
He. Just hear that note.
He.
Lovely. Ah. He.
He.
Ah. He. Ah.
Bedra. Bedri. Is that right?
He.
He.
Ah.
He.
Just after me. Ia.
Ia.
Beautiful. Ia.
Ia.
Yeah. That's it. Ia.
Ia.
Oh, ia.
Oh, ia.
You've got it. Oh, ia.
Oh, ia.
Oh, ia.
Oh, ia.
Io trambedre. Oh, ia.
Io tra bedre, oh, hia bedre, bedri.
Oh, he.
Oh, he.
Oh, he.
Oh, he.
Oh, hia.
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 Yeah. Io trambedre. Oh, hia.
Io tra bedre, oh, hia. Oh.
Do you know that
Oh, yeah.
I could see it. I could actually see it in your
Yeah.
face. The anxiety sort of came in,
Yeah.
and it opened the door.
Yeah.
You've just got to sort of
Yeah.
enter. What is it?
I'm still thinking about the word, the vowel sounds. That's the thing, though. Until I've got those clear in my mind, that's what dominates. So when we did the first week, I went away and I knew this almost straight away, having had the break from it. So I think.
Well, look, we've got enough there
more than
for
enough.
you to be practicing with.
Absolutely.
And I think we've covered that third quarter.
Yeah.
And I think most importantly, and I feel this so strongly for all pibroch teachers on planet Earth, we have, as a community, this tension, knowing that the McCrimmons and the MacArthurs and the Rankins taught by singing, but our pupils show up and they're embarrassed about singing. Most, not all of them, and fantastic those of you who are happy to sing, okay? But a lot of people are really uncomfortable about singing, and it kind of puts a concrete barrier between us and the roots, the kind of the way in which this music lives and breathes. So I hope that this series gives people heart, both the teachers and the students, to just do it. Even if you've been called tone deaf, and even if you believe that you're tone deaf, just like Jimmy, give it a go. Thank you.
It's lovely. It's a wonderful experience.
Thank you very much.
Barnaby. We'll see you all in a couple of weeks because we're having a little break next week and look forward to that. Thank you all very much.